Here's the reason why you shouldn't give up in this hour. Because God is able to provide all comfort unto you. And he's able to give you the peace that surpasses all understanding. I want you to look at 2 Corinthians chapter 1 for just a moment, where he says, all praise to God, the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. God is merciful Father and the source of all comfort. He comforts us in all troubles so that we have the ability to comfort others. And when they are troubled, we will be able to give comfort unto them the same way that God gave it to us. Think about the testimonies you share, the things that you tell people that encourages them, that boosts them up when they're feeling discouraged about. Understandably, that understand this part here, that everything that you're going through, whatever afflictions, whatever you're experiencing, there is something that God is doing there that is rooted in your faith and ability to remain full in him. He tells us in his word that when you abide in him, that he will also begin to even abide in you. There's a point in our lives that we have to get to, even in our faith journey, where we are simply just able to trust in God despite what it looks like. When we're able to understand that he's doing something, that he's moving in our lives, we're able to move according to his plan, right? And that's understanding that the afflictions that we're going through, the circumstances, the testing, right? The pressure that we may be going through, even in that moment, even in that situation, is really just building up a testimony, right? Of faith, a testimony of courage, a testimony of strength in that hour that's going to be utilized, one, for someone else to be able to get their breakthrough, right? Because we understand that Revelation 12:11 tells us that we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and by the sharing of our testimonies. But also, too, we understand that any affliction that we may go through, we're not the only ones. We know that in the Bible, it shares many stories, right? This went from place to place of how he dealt with persecution, of how he dealt with, people not believing, of how he dealt with people trying to stone his time and all these other things, right? He dealt with the masses of nonsense. And yet the Bible tells us in the 5 that we are to imitate God. Why? Because he loves us and we are to God gives us to love unto others. The other verse that was coming to me that I meant to share earlier in my other video was Hebrews 12:3 that tells us, think of all the hostility that he endured from sinful people, and then you won't become weary and give up. Listen, whatever your affliction is right now, know that God has a plan to use it for your good and for his glory. Trust in him and watch him guide your steps along the way. Peace and blessings. Please say it. Please say it. I think anything past